Hey, what's up, good people? If you're new to the page, go ahead, hit that like, subscribe, and that notification bell. My name is Larry. This is Stock Up with Larry Jones, where we just shoot it to you straight. You can dissect the information however you want to, but we're going to just go right into shooting the facts to you guys. I don't know why I even do this because I don't pay this any attention. So if you've been with me for a while, I'm going to ask you right now at the beginning of this to hit the like button as soon as you come on. All right, so the Fed just stopped speaking, okay? I'm doing well now, guys. You guys know I had a Jim Cramer like meltdown the other day. People just don't want to hear the truth. But anyway, we're just going to keep it straight. Let's get to the facts. I'm going to ask you guys, instead of if you're coming on late, it's cool. But I want you to listen to this information, and then I'm going to talk with you guys after we get the information out. Hey, how you doing? Hey, you ready? All right, we ready? Okay, let's go. So let's look at what's going on. There's a lot going on. The market is absolutely tanking. Absolutely tanking. And I made a video on yesterday, and I said, wait, then buy. And this is why I said wait, then buy. That was my video yesterday. And I will just tell you, yeah, someone says crypto. Yes. By the way, let me get this in now before I forget it. As the market is coming down, actually Bitcoin has been going up, just like gold. Okay. So just pay attention to that. All right. Just pay attention to that. We may touch on that a little later. So I am going to just tell you guys that I don't have, hey, I appreciate you guys. All right. Okay, thank you for your Cash App. I'm sorry, not Cash App, Super Chat. All right, thank you for your Super Chat. So let's get right into the information, good people. Let me get your attention. I appreciate all your comments, but I want you guys to comment a little later. I want you to listen to what I got to say because I want to give you information. What you need in times like this is information, okay? Now, there are some of you that are skilled in options, like yesterday. If you literally just look at my video, the title of my video, I could have just did options. I could have blindly shorted the SPY and the Qs yesterday and I would be up good right now, right? But I didn't because I'm spending all my time trying to studying all of these news sources so I can keep you guys fed. And to the point where I could have literally made the money that I am losing. But thank you very much. But my job, what I want to do now in this time is help you guys make your own decision. Remember, anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell. Let's get right into it. All right, we got the Dow, S&P, and NASDAQ. Absolutely down. I mean down hard. Listen, for the S&P to be down almost 5% in a day is massive. For the NASDAQ to be down almost 5% in a day is massive, good people. But if you literally just simply look at the S&P, just this month alone is down by 11%. Look at that. S&P down by 11% this month. Now, that's not all it's down, right? From the local highs, the S&P is down 16%. Another 4%, and we are in a bear market, okay? And I know some of you may say this is an overreaction, but we said that yesterday. It was an overreaction. Then we said it the time before that, it's an overreaction. No, at this point, I'm going to tell you that it's not actually an overreaction at this point. I'm just going to keep it to you straight. The market does not like uncertainty. And let me further go down here and show you why it's going down more. Because if you bought yesterday, it was fair for you to buy yesterday as much as the market went down. But then again, it goes down massively again today. So we got the S&P and then we got what? The NASDAQ, all right? The NASDAQ is getting absolutely spanked. Look at that, 14% in the last month. But if you look at the local high, the NASDAQ is down in crash territory. This is a bear market, good people. The NASDAQ is down 21%, almost 21.5%. Well, good people, the NASDAQ is in a bear market, period. The NASDAQ it went from a correction, negative 10%, to a crash already. And could there be more downward pressure? Yes. And that could be by closing bell or Monday, all right? Or something else could happen. All right, let's go through some more news first. I want to hit you guys with everything. Jobs came out this morning, actually, right? U.S. added 228,000 jobs in March, beating forecasts as economists warn of turbulence, okay? And you could take your time and go deep into the data. You could see everything. The outcome of the jobs data is that the jobs market is strong. So that's good as far as going into a recession. That is holding the recession at bay, strong jobs. But recession fears went from 30% up to 60% because of these tariffs. The Fed just got through speaking. Fed Powell says larger than expected tariffs likely to boost inflation and slow growth, right? He literally just got through speaking. You can go here and read all of the data, right? So pretty much he just got through saying what we already knew, especially those of us here, that it could get worse. He has to wait and then see what's going to happen. Let me skip around a little bit, all right? So I have a blurb I want to play. I want to play something for you right now. We're going to listen. I'm doing this live, so just bear with me, okay? All right, here we go.
As other countries face the choice of negotiating or retaliating, moments ago, President Trump spoke to the potential to strike some deals here. Let's listen.
Are you open to deals with these countries if they're calling you?
Well, it depends. If somebody said that we're going to give you something that's so phenomenal, as long as they're giving us something that's good. For instance, with TikTok as an example, we have a situation with TikTok where China will probably say, we'll approve a deal, but will you do something on the tariff? The tariffs give us great power to negotiate. Always have. I've used them very well in the first administration, as you saw, but now we're taking it to a whole new level because it's a worldwide situation, and it's very exciting to see.
So you guys heard that. It's a worldwide situation. That was from Fox Business this morning, okay? All right, so let me play, while we're playing these videos, let me play another video. And this is going to explain to you why and how long it takes for manufacturing to get onshored. Okay, I don't have it exactly queued up, but give it a listen, please.
Semiconductors enter the U.S. inside other things. A lot of those things come from China. PCs and smartphones and that sort of thing. And the tariffs on those end devices are actually exempted from the reciprocal tariffs. The baseline stuff doesn't really make much of a difference, and we don't import that much. The big issue is secondary. Most semiconductors enter the U.S. inside other things. A lot of those things come from China. PCs and smartphones and that sort of thing. And the tariffs on those end devices are going to be quite large under the current rules. And so the bigger risk are things like demand destruction, right? If those prices get more expensive and you buy less of the end products that contain semis. It's also the macro risks. I mean, semis are just very macro exposed, right?
Completely. I mean, I hear you. My question to you is, we're looking at now NVIDIA, Intel, Qualcomm, Advanced Micro. Basically, everything is down across the board, almost at the same level, with the exception Intel's getting hurt even more. Is there anything here that you say to yourself is now cheap? Do you see, again, we keep asking the question, is this a falling knife, or is this going to turn around?
Yeah, I mean, the problem is, like, lots of things look cheap. The issue is, like, if you're looking at price to forward earnings, like, you don't exactly know what the E is yet. Again, if we go into a recession.
So remember yesterday when I was talking about price over earnings, you don't know what the earnings is right now. Earnings season is just starting, right? I'm trying to fast forward to something that he said. Let's further listen.
Those things have services on top of them. So how do you see the dominoes?
I wish I knew, frankly. Like I said, I think these sorts of disruptions are not really going to be good for anybody. And the haphazard way at which all of these tariffs have been applied, I mean, he's bringing a sledgehammer to everything, right? So it's going to be very difficult to know where this ends up. But I mean, to the extent that it's driving massive supply chain disruptions, you know, issues with some of our biggest trading partners and starts to impact the macro, I mean, that makes it hard to make decisions on spending the kind of money that they're talking about.
You know, literally, I think it's almost 99-1 this morning. I don't even know if we've had a guest yet on the broadcast that has said, you know what, these tariffs are a great thing, and there is a path, and let me tell you how the path works. Yeah. And if we get to the other side, boy, are there rainbows. Is there any path that you see?
I'll be honest, like, I don't know what the hell we're doing right now. I don't know. I really don't.
Actually, most business owners are thinking the same thing. We really just don't know what's going on. We don't know what else is going to happen. Then we had China that rolled out a 34% retaliatory tariff. Now, guys, remember when I said my biggest fear is you got two very strong people. Let's face it, Donald Trump is strong-headed, and some would say bull-headed, but then you got to look at President Xi, all right? So they come back, and that's why I said wait on yesterday. That's why I said wait, okay? Anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell, but Larry was waiting on yesterday because I was waiting on the retaliatory things to come, right? Hey, I grew up in the hood. You know, when I walked through the crowd and hit the biggest guy and prayed that I live, I knew he was going to swing back. So don't just think you're going to swing and hit somebody, they don't swing back. So you got to wait and see what's coming, right? There's a price to pay, all right? So I got a few things I want to read here, and then we'll further discuss what's going on, right? And for the person that said Kamala would have done better, I strongly disagree with you, okay? But we're not going to go into the politics. Let's stick to the facts. All right. We know that China imposed 34% tariff. We did that. Domestically, an iPhone to be made here onshore would cost about $3,500. And domestically, for most production out of industry, whether it be cars, clothing, computers, chips, most of them need 2 to 3 years to onshore, right? And the problem that business owners are having is if they bring stuff onshore and they spend collectively trillions of dollars, all right? Let's say hundreds of billions of dollars building these mega plants and doing this, just with a tweet, the president could say, okay, tariffs are off. And so they're caught. Let's think about the small business owners, right? Let's think about all business owners. They are caught. And you can't just say, forget about them. They're what drives this economy. They are who employs you, whether it be small or large businesses. They employ you. So we have to look at these things. And now the question is, regardless of if you love the left, regardless of if you love the right, and regardless if you cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and think that, you know, let's just keep it straight, that back in the day, they were saying Obama was the Messiah. And some people were not looking at his policies. They were just following him, gave him a green light to do any and everything. Then we got the same thing happening now. There's a small few. Now, that's not everybody. So People in the comment section, let's be respectful. Some people voted for Trump just because they didn't like the former. And that's fair, okay? So let's be fair, all right? But I beg of you, let's you and I now. I am here for Democrats and Republicans. I'm here for the far left, I'm here for the far right, and I'm here especially for all of us that are in the middle. We have to focus on our money and take our emotions out of it. Now, for those of you that just say rip the Band-Aid off, look at your 401k if you have one, because the bottom line is, and we see the effects already, we pay the price on the tariffs. Now, I want to be clear because some people just don't get it. I want to be crystal clear. You can go back to every single video I made, and I said as early as last year, long-term tariffs do not work. We will pay. The president knows that, and all these other countries know that. They just won't. It's unsustainable. If these tariffs sustain, we will surely go into a recession. And in weeks, not months, we will absolutely go into the recession. If you don't believe me, look at the stock market. These type of falls every day are absolutely dangerous. Now, before you fire off your response to that, I'm just spitting facts. The facts is that America has the wrong end of the deal. Period. So it doesn't matter if you hate Trump. That's a fact. Let's just look at the facts. Now, thinking that I can just do like this and everything is fine, no, it's not gonna happen, because every single business owner is looking at how they're going to go forward with this turmoil. It's not just the stock market, it's the economy, it's everything. So now the Fed, instead of maybe 2 rate cuts, he has room now for 5 rate cuts. Now, this is different. When inflation was rising, he couldn't cut. Now we got a potential what? We got a potential recession coming, and that changes everything. And so the yields are coming down, which is what the president wanted. He wanted the rates down. And he's getting it because the yields are falling. But I'm telling you that you and I have a lot to pay. This is just the beginning. The longer this goes on with no clarity, the businesses are going to pass it on to you, right? I don't care what these talking heads say, right? I was listening to Fox Business this morning, and it was like, no, the suppliers are just going to eat the costs. You got to be dumb as all get out to believe that. This is not going to happen. It's never going to happen, good people. They're going to pass it on to you and I. They already have. And as early as next week, you could, if this is not off, you could go to a car dealer and you're going to see a sticker on the car, and it's going to say tariff. Here's an extra $8,000 to $10,000 on this car. So they're going to show you what their prices is, and they're going to show you what the tariff is. Now, I also bag up the fact that I said if he pulls this off, using tariffs as a bargaining chip. So I never said that it's going to work. I've always said we're going to pay for it. But using it as a bargaining chip to even out the playing field, then I said that may work. And so that's what I'm saying. All right? Those rate cuts won't help the average person. Yeah, not right away. It's going to take time. It's going to take time. All right? We were in a recession in 2022. You know, there are, you know what, I would have to agree with that. Billy, I would have to agree with that. There were parts of the economy that we were in a recession, right? Some call it just a bear market. Now, it wasn't a hard recession. It was a bear market for sure. But some aspects of the economy was in a recession. So I would have to agree with you, okay? So I've been trying to tell people for weeks. Right. So let's agree. Let's agree whether you vote for Biden, whether you're a Democrat or a Republican, let's agree to focus on our money. Like I said, I put America first. I don't put Obama first. I don't put Harris or Trump. I don't put Trump first. I don't put Biden first. I don't put Kamala first. Well, she was never the president, so let's not even talk about her. I don't put the Democrats first. I don't put Republicans first, okay? I'm an independent. I don't even put independents first. I put people first. People over politics. So I'm going to continue to show you the facts. I listen to all news sources, okay? And I look at what the data is showing, and I tell you guys the truth based on what I see, okay? And so I stand behind not giving any one person full authority. This is America, right? So let's take a look. Look at that, good people. As I'm talking, the NASDAQ is absolutely tanking. Look at that. Negative another 12 points. Look at that. Look at that now. 14%. We are now down in the NASDAQ roughly 21.5%. Absolutely tanking. So you can't unsee this. If you want to argue, oh, this is all good. This ain't good. 5% on the S&P in a day. This ain't good. It's not good. So stop saying it's good. It's not. It's not good, people. It's not good that the NASDAQ is down 14% in a single month. It's not good that the S&P is down by 11% in a single month. That's not good because some of you were ready to retire. It's not good. And at the end of the day, when these politics are over, you and I have to pay. Now, someone said, unfortunately, Rome is burning and he's playing the fiddle because he's at a golf tournament right now. All right. Someone else said that. I didn't say it. Okay. And so I'm saying that let's be clear. Let's be clear. Let's agree that you and I are going to look at the data and you and I are going to make money. The history shows since 1930, almost 100 years, tariffs sticking do not work. They don't. All right. I always appreciate feeding the family. You all, Nutri-Line, just DCA internal. Yes, that's it. At some point, you're going to have to just turn away. Here's what I'm going to tell you, though. If he turns around, here's what I would say. I just personally believe that had he prepared American businesses for this, it says, hey, guys, this is what I'm going to do. It just would have been a better way. It just would have been a better way. And I know some of you are just going to argue because you just believe that everything a single person does is right. There's no one person that does everything right. I'm speaking from the heart. It's just Obama didn't do everything right. The Clintons didn't do everything right. The greatest president in the world didn't do everything right. Okay, George Washington didn't. Abraham Lincoln didn't. Ronald Reagan didn't. I remember Reaganomics. He didn't do everything right. And so let's get out of this. Let's get out of, they do everything with absolute precision. It's not right. And I'm here to tell you the truth. That's why I don't work for another news network. That's why I built my own so I can look you guys in the eye and tell you the truth. But I'm telling you guys that are in retirement, you got tough decisions. It got tougher today than it was yesterday. Just look at the tanking. And the truth be told, if he comes off the golf course today and starts thinking about what China is doing with their retaliation, he could come Monday and double down again. And the market is not going to like that. For those of you that don't remember 2022, it was a bear market the entire year. Just when you think it couldn't get lower, it tanked again. It tanked again. And every time you bought, you was catching a falling knife. Good, Larry. Don't talk about the NASDAQ. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I know, man. It's tough. It's tough. This is tough because I've been buying. I've been buying the NASDAQ. So like I told you guys, as you can see, it just won't stop. It won't stop. It just keeps tanking, right? And so I bought some, and those ETFs that I'm buying, they're down massively. The ones that I bought this week, they're down massively, okay? But they were at least 14% down, or they were at least 10% down already. And so the lower you buy an equity or stock, the better off you are. And I want to show you guys this. Let me show you guys this because I want you to see what's going on. Gold is going up. Gold is going up. And here's what I want you to see. Not only is gold going up, Bitcoin is actually going north on a day like today. On a day like today, Bitcoin is actually going up. That's a strong sign for Bitcoin to still be 83 at this point. That's a strong sign. Even XRP is up 6% in the last 24 hours. Bitcoin is up 1.78% in the last 24 hours. Look at that. And so what is that telling you? It's just like I've been saying, it's digital gold. So gold is going up and Bitcoin is going up. And I'm still DCAing in Bitcoin. Now, I'm going to show you guys something that I'm doing. And I don't suggest that you do it. I really don't suggest that you do it. Let me show you guys what I'm doing. You guys know I like to keep it real here. This is what I'm doing. Let's see if I could show you this. And I don't care what anybody else is doing. I don't care. I'm just telling you out of the things I've learned, right? Out of the things I've learned. Let me just take a picture of this. And what I don't want you to do is follow me. I'm showing you so you can make your own conscious decision, okay? So for those of you that have the Webull platform, it allows you to do the reoccurring investments. It used to hold you to 5. But what I found out here recently, you can do more than 5. Okay. And so that's what I'm doing right now while there's a bloodbath. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, buying these right now, you're going to catch a falling knife. I'm just telling you, you're going to catch a falling knife. But I'm good with this. Now, let's see if that pops up. Sorry, good people. That didn't pop up. We're going to see why it didn't pop up. Did I plug the right one in? Yep, I believe I did. So I want to show you guys this. And I got to show you guys this because you know what? They don't want me to be transparent. Let me try it again. There it is. So you guys see that? Buying every day. Costco, Nvidia, MicroStrategy, Carvana, Amazon, Palantir, Tesla, Snow. Now, this is what I'm spending daily. Okay? Now, don't come back here and say Larry told me to buy these. All of us are going to tell you, no, he didn't. Larry's just telling you, if you buy them, you're going to catch a falling knife. But I'm just going to be transparent with you guys and tell you that I'm simply going to buy my way down. And then when I stop buying, if things haven't turned around, I'm good with holding these. These are stock that I'm going to be holding for a while. Okay. And so I'm buying my way down while they're down in this territory. And I'm going to continue to buy until this is over. Why are you buying, Larry? Just in case the president Monday morning says, okay, we've been cutting some deals over the weekend. The market will literally spring back up. So This is just protection. And it's money I'm willing to risk. And at some point, I'm going to stop it, right? So, hey, we got a super chat. Hey, cousin Kathy, what did you say? Thanks for speaking the truth and keeping the family focused on money. We are family. We have to check the emotions and politics. That's right. That's right. Absolutely love this. We have to check our politics. We are all family. For those of you that voted for Trump, we're all family. For those of you that don't like Trump and voted for Biden, we're all family. Here, we're going to keep it. But if you don't want to hear the truth about your candidate, this is not the place for you, because we're focused on the truth, okay? Which gold-backed crypto you like? You know what? I'm really not into any gold-backed cryptos. I'm into Bitcoin. I'm into Bitcoin. And I'm also into Solana. And I'm also into Solana. Oh my goodness, I'm drawing a blank. Let me just check right now. I'm Bitcoin number one. I'm actually 80% Bitcoin. Like everything that I'm buying in Bitcoin is 80%. Of course, I got some XRP, some Solana, some Sui, some Chain. Chain as in Chain Link, a little Ondo. Okay. Those are the ones that I'm buying. Okay. Right now, I'm done. I'm holding some of my meme coins, but I'm just not really buying right now at this point. I don't care if they 5x from here. I'm more focused on Bitcoin. And my 80% is going to turn into 90%, and then my 90% is going to turn into 100% investing in the Bitcoin. That's what I'm doing. I'm not telling you guys. So dead cat bounce. This is a hard one to say, because this is all controlled by the White House. 100%. The Fed talked and the markets was like, you ain't even saying nothing, okay? GameStop is up. Oh, okay, cool. Actually, nice, since the second gold is being, yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. Trading and investing with Ken. Thanks, trading and investing with Ken. You trying to do a little plug there? Hey, y'all, you know me. I love to share. Trading and investing with Ken. I'm going to check you out, Ken. All right, thanks for the super chat. Buy some GameStop. GameStop, that's I'm not, we're not doing it right now. Why bring up? Well, I didn't bring her up. I didn't bring her up. I'm not hating on anybody. I didn't bring her up. One of the guys in the comments did. Okay. Right. Could have done it better by doing nothing. Have done none of. Yeah, I'm not. This is not about Kamala. So I don't even know why you guys brought her up. This is not about Kamala. This is about our sitting president. That's all I'm going to say with that. Okay. So this is no diss to her. The truth be told, it was unfair for her to for them to throw her in so late anyway. She was just set up to fail. And I don't even know why everybody hating on her. They knew that she was never going to be president. All right, that's what I say about it. All right, let's keep it going. They are talking money and paper, putting in crypto, digital money. They're taking the money and put it into crypto. Well, crypto is just like I'm just telling you, crypto is to me, digital gold. Okay, I'm going to, don't do it. I don't understand. Got some GameStop. People are on GameStop. Everyone knew this tariff was coming. Everyone knew this tariff, but no one knew, to your comment, no one knew how severe it was and how sporadic it was, right? One of the tariffs was on an island that we don't even export to. So it was just, you can't just say everybody knew a tariff was coming. If the tariff was 10% or if the tariff was 5%, the market wouldn't be reacting like that. So that's just not, it's not a fair statement. No one knew that on today, the market would be down this much. All right. He told America people he wasn't going to. Yeah, he told people he was going to do that. He's been saying he's going to do this since the 90s. Right. I saw videos of him since the 90s. OK. Bro, let's not talk about Kamala, please. Kamala, we're not talking about Kamala. We're talking about our money right now. All right. I know you love her. That's cool. All right. Mad respect. All right. MicroStrategy, all in. Let's go. You're welcome. You're welcome. This is a controlled recession. No worries. You know what? I don't think this is going to be a deep recession. And if we got into a recession, we're not officially into a recession right now, according to the data, right? But some of us are feeling a recession, right? Because a recession is going to be worse than this. Let me just tell you, it's going to be worse. But you can't. Juan, I understand what you're saying. Trust me, I do this all day, every day. All right, so. You're talking to the teacher. I look at the economy, I look at the stocks, I look at the markets, and I'm telling you, I have a lot of money in the markets. This is all I do 24/7. While you sleep, I guarantee you I'm doing this. And I'm not putting you down, but and I understand, Juan, you're probably saying, we just need to brace ourselves. It's controlled. And I understand what you're saying. So let me not react the wrong way towards your statement. But I just feel, Juan, that there are some people that were ready to retire. There are some people that just got in the market like 5 years ago and they're putting their life savings into something that should be yielding them a return. And unfortunately, some of them are tapping out. That's what's scared. Me, I'm going to be fine. And most of you, I can tell you, every one of you, if you got time on your side, you're going to be fine. And if you got time in cash and you start to dollar cost average, right, and not dump everything in, you're going to be fine. As a matter of fact, you'll wind up making money. And so I appreciate your comment, but for everybody, it just doesn't flow. Okay. So let's see. Sheet music. For those of us that are musicians, I know what you're saying. All right, we're gonna keep it. I thank you guys for being respectful today. No, I'm not buying ETH, man. ETH is the only thing I'm not buying. I don't care if it moves from here. I have some ETH that I'm keeping, just a little. But I'm good with mine. So let me not poo-poo on ETH. I am not poo-pooing on ETH. Don Jr., one of Donald Trump's son, I think it was Eric, said he told y'all to load up on ETH. So there's something going on with ETH, and it could moon. All right, I'm just going to tell you guys what happened. All right, I'm just not buying at this point. All right, we're not checking politics. Politics are the reason why This is so true, Judah. Thank you, Judah. The tribe of Judah. I like that, man. I like that name. Give me that name. We will be. That's true, G. We will. Yep. You know what, everybody? Mad Cow. Nah, that's not true. That's not true. There are a few of you, Mad Cow. I respect your comment. See how I said that? I respect your comment, Mad Cow. It's not about Trump. Let's not make it all about Trump. Let's make it about America. Let's not say all hail to Trump. Trump. No. Let's just say, let's make America work. Let's do the best thing for America. So you probably in the Trump crowd, I'm in the people crowd. So I would challenge you, Mad Cow, to be more focused on America. All right. And the other people on the other side that didn't vote for him, you need to be pulling for them, and they need to be pulling for you. That's what this page is about. Right? Mad Cow, I'm just telling you, focus on the upliftment of America, because there are people across the world that are investing in the American market. And if America comes up and they're investing in the American market, they'll come up too. Let's see here. You're looking at I needed. I thank you. I needed good. Goodman. That was a good one. That was a good one. Chain link. I DCA every day in chain link. Yeah, I got you. Okay. What do you say? Hey, Uncle Larry, what's your thoughts on Intel? That's a good one. Intel, and I know why you asked about Intel, American company. I think Intel is one of the ones that I would probably start to add to my DCA, but the only reason I didn't, if Intel gets a bump because of the tariffs, then what's going to happen to Intel when the tariffs are off? So that's why I choose NVIDIA over Intel in this time period. I may be wrong, but just think about that, okay? And this is, come on, Kathy. I love Kathy, man. I love Kathy. Anything I buy for the long term is in small increments. And this is what you do, because soon as you think the bottom is in, we hit a lower bottom and no one knows. And yes, this could all be over by Monday, but the weekends, this is why a lot of big money come out of the market in times like this. And that's why the last hour of a trading day in situations like this are generally red. People take their money off the table. Why? We don't know what's going to happen over the weekend, good people. So China could just say, you know what? We going 78%. We going to double. We going to go 50%, not 34%. We going to go 50%. And then America can turn around and say, okay, you know what? We going to double. And what do you think is going to happen to the market Monday? So they pull the risk off, even though the polar opposite of that could happen. Trump could say, okay, we got what we want, we won, and then the market absolutely springs up and then they miss it. But most people are in risk, right? Most people are in fear, okay? Let's look at the fear and greed index one more time, because most people are in fear. Fear of the unknown, right? Let's see here. Fear and greed index. You guys already know before I even show you the fear and greed index. You already know. Look at that. Extreme fear. Look at this, good people. That needle is almost buried. Okay? That needle is almost buried. The only way for this is to get worse than this is you're talking recession. Okay? And so this is where we are. But for those of you that have been investing for a long time, here is where millionaires are made. Or should I say here? Oh, sorry. Here, and this is, I want you guys to see this. Here is where millionaires are made, and here is where billionaires are made. Buying here is where people willing to get rich are buying. But people that buy here and have time, these are people willing to gain true wealth. So at some point, you just got to buy. And you, out of this whole video, you can look at that and take that to the bank through the history of the stock market since 1792. Remember, America was established, not discovered, established in 1776. And the New York Stock Exchange was established a few years later. What's that, 16 years? In 1792. And that's how long this has been working. But it's hard when the market is falling. And it's hard when you buy and you see your money go red, catching a falling knife. It's hard. But just like Kathy said, if you are buying in small increments during this period, then one day it's going to be over And if you look at the S&P, look at this. If you look at the S&P and you go out at some point, you remember how harsh COVID was, right? You guys remember how harsh 2022 was. You guys remember how harsh the recession was. But for those that bought in the recession, all they needed was patience. 578%. You guys do know what compounded interest is, right? And so at the end of the day, you got to hold your nose and just buy. Now, a lot of the talking heads on both channels are telling people, don't buy. Don't buy right now. Don't buy. And I'm telling you, you need to make your own decision. But I'm clearly showing you what Larry is doing. And let me show you this that I've been sharing in my money moves. And here's what I want to tell you about my money moves. My money moves is where I show everything. And we're not concentrating on options right now. So you're thinking about the hot options right now. We're not doing that. But I can tell you right now, and you're going to say, I can't believe you're talking about these stock right now. Okay? This is one of the things that I did during the bear market. Okay? And I'm going to do it now because when it rebounds, then that's when people go, oh, Larry, you didn't tell us and da-da-da-da-da. And I'm going to show you now. I'm going to show you right now. This is what I do. I look towards penny stock. Now, why am I looking towards quantum computing? Because quantum computing is something that's still strong. And when these get beat down by this much, I started to penny into penny stock. Generally, penny stock actually kind of bottoms out first before the other ones. So I look at large caps, I look at ETFs, I look at growth stocks, and then I look at penny stocks, right? And you guys saw me make 1,500% on QUBT. You guys saw me, and some of you guys got in late and still made 400 and 500%. So I look at these because I know what they do. Okay? Look at that over the last month. All right? And so I know what they do. So I start looking. And I'm telling you, just like I tell my followers in there, I don't put any big money in this. These I put pennies in. Remember, the smaller the cap, the smaller the investment. So, and I know somebody gonna say, oh, I can't believe you're talking about penny stock. But one of those puppies, 1x, 2x, or 3x like they did before, I'm telling you now, all right? So just keep this video because I know someone's going to say, Larry, you didn't say anything about those. Well, I just did. All right. Can't separate my portfolio. That's true. That's true. That is true. You can't. You can't. That's it. I love you guys all. And that's the truth, man. That's not just talk. Appreciate the knowledge, good sir. Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you. Zubrick, bullies. Hope you ain't a bully, man. Hope you ain't a bully. All right, let's see here. Sunday's video, bless you. Hey, blessings, man. Blessings. I appreciate you guys. All right. Your drip index went up. That's cool. All right. All right, good people. I guess I'm going to leave it there. Let me answer one more. Talk your talk. See, you got talk your talk, walk your walk. All right, Larry, thanks for keeping the facts. Hey, blessings, blessings. Let me end by saying this, man. Let me tell you something. When this is all over, whether you absolutely think Trump descended from the clouds and he's the chosen one, which means that there'll be no need for Jesus if he is. I'm just keeping it real. And this is not hateful. Or whether you think Biden was this just prophet that just did everything right. So regardless of what you believe, Regardless of if you're an extreme liberal or if you're an extreme conservative, the facts is that the true test for me is how I treat you. And the true test for you is how we treat each other. I eat and sleep this all of the time, to the point it's unfair, even to my family. But one day this is all going to be over, and the decision that you made during this period could be life-changing. If Monday morning Trump says tariffs are done, we're making a deal, you're going to see a V-shaped recovery. As a matter of fact, I think this is all going to be done before the end of this month. I do. Something in the back of my mind says a couple of weeks, that's normal, but I'll give it to the end of this month. And the question is just like I showed you in this chart, right? The question is, do you believe that you're buying? Do you believe you're buying in one of these valleys? And if you are buying in one of these valleys, who cares if it goes red the next day? If you're buying QQQ and it's down by 20% already, bear market, like crash numbers, and then Monday it goes down even further, who cares? You know what's in QQQ? Big tech, the Mag 7, companies that's not going away, and all you need is time. So again, if you want to get wealthy, I'm telling you, I did this during the recession, and I made more money during the recession. I start buying here, all right? And I start taking profit here. And I'm telling you, from someone that has won in this game for many years, at some point, you got to hold your nose and just buy. But you can't complain. Every time it comes down, you got to say, hey, this is another opportunity. So what don't you do? You don't put all your money in today. You shouldn't have put all your money in yesterday. I was strategic in telling you. I literally put it in the thumbnail. Wait and then buy. And so regardless of who you believe in or what you believe in, I am here for you. Okay? And you can bet on that. A lot of you don't have stock up you. For those of you that do have stock up you, I want you to go and look at value stock and how to evaluate a stock. I teach that myself, and Stock Curry teach that in our lessons, okay? And then we have, of course, crypto. Everything you need to know about crypto to make money is in the crypto, all in the same class. And it's not just myself. We got stocks with Josh helping you with technicals, Keenan Grace, beginner options, selling options, and then we're going to be releasing Lux Algo with him. So we have something there for you guys. I love you guys. Make sure you keep your eye on the last hour of this market, and make sure Sunday night you look at the pre-markets. I may come on live because I care about you that much, all right? Even the ones that disagree with the facts. I just want to tell you, love you too, praying for you this weekend. And that's no joke. Praying for you, your mind, your finances, and your emotions. Manage your emotions and you'll be fine. Remember, for everybody that thinks the sky is falling, this too shall pass. Make sure you check out the links below. Love you guys. See you later.